About an inch of accumulation is expected. So far, we've seen 0.3 inches in our nation's capital. Let's bring in Fox Weather Correspondent Katie Byrne. Katie, you have officially seen more snow than what we saw. Where did we see 0.2 inches?
Denver.
Denver, that's right. It was on Saturday where Denver ended their snowless streak. They got a lot more, but it's kind of coming down in our nation's capital this morning.
When you put it that way, that we saw more snow than Denver in D.C., that is pretty interesting to think about. But as you can see, we've got that snow coming down. It is starting to stick, and it's creating a messy commute for some people this morning. And we have new this hour that the conditions you're seeing have led to a ground stop over at the airport, Reagan National, on a ground stop until at least 9:45 this morning. So some travel trouble already when it comes to the airports. But as far as the roads go, pre-treating did happen, and we can tell that it seems to have made a difference. The roads look a bit better than I think some people were anticipating because, you mentioned we're expecting about an inch of snow accumulation here in D.C., which doesn't sound like much, but locals will tell you that is enough to wreak havoc on the roads here, because this is a place that could go an entire season with getting next to nothing when it comes to snow. So there's, that side of things where people maybe are driving in conditions they're not used to, but we also have this aligning with that morning commute. So more people on the roads, the sidewalks, walking to work, slippery conditions, and we have the snow now sticking, at least on the sidewalks where we are on the National Mall. So we've been checking in with people about this. The good news for some, they still have a couple hours to get into the office or to school, because we have a number of delays at schools across the region here in the D.C. area, and even some closures. But some people have been hoping that these delays maybe turn into something more.
I love it. I'm a teacher, so I'm in Fairfax County. We have a delay, and all my teacher friends are hoping for that closure, maybe.
It's, a few flurries, a little chilly, but, it's December in D.C.
Yeah.
So it's nice that we're getting some snow this year.
I was so impressed because yesterday, along by one of the museums I was at, they were lining up snow plows. I mean, there must have been 20 snow plows.
Love that sweet lady. Just giving a shout out to D.C. officials for being nice and organized. She's visiting here from the UK, and she was just shocked at the staging of the plows and how they were ready to go in advance. But we changed positions here so you could see that visibility is really low. We've got the Washington Monument here, but you can't even really make it out because of the snow that's coming down. So that's probably not helping the situation over at the airport right now. And listen, it's tradition. We've got people talking about it. First snow of the season, it can lead to a big snowball fight in D.C. And I have on good authority, I've spoken with the organizers. It's not going to be enough for this one. Sorry, guys.
Oh, they're thinking they know the forecast. I don't know. There's this band that has set up over D.C. that might be a bit efficient before things all wrap up. I mean, looking at visibility, it's reduced. Is it, I know you're on concrete, but is that the scene across the city that you are seeing the snow covering the sidewalks, the streets?
We actually did get to make our way around the city in the last hour or so, which was good because we've had that snow kind of coming down at the fastest rate so far of the day. I think in the last hour, we came from Union Station, the big train station here in D.C., where we didn't see much sticking compared to this, but the snow has picked up a little bit in the last hour. So maybe it looks a little bit different there. I was starting to notice on some parts of the sidewalks it was sticking, but I haven't seen the snow sticking on the roads at all. And we know the mayor put out a statement last night saying they had crews deployed to pre-treat the roads starting as early as 7 o'clock last night. I think that work really helped because I haven't seen any issues on the roads. Our drive was about 15 minutes. We didn't feel any slippery conditions at all.
Good to see. And also interesting when we watched how this has evolved, because it was a big question on if D.C. would even get some of this snow that would be warranting of a winter weather advisory. And sure enough, we've seen that happen. We'll see just how much falls, and maybe we'll be surprised with the snowball fight. Who knows? Fox Weather Correspondent Katie Byrne.